to grab the control and try to do something. Again, that all falls back on trust. Right now, in my humble opinion, it's all ad hoc. It's all piecemeal. There's no seamless symbiotic structure approach to game. So I've mapped the grid, I'm standing in the home location, I got the aerial K9, and I can let go, all right? It goes up, it sends itself over the region of interest, and it takes an image. It could be EO, it could be IR, but that's an image. Next slide. I can combine regular EO with IR. Let's just say this is 25 square miles or 2,500 square miles, any way you want it. And then as a human, I'm best at looking at images and doing scene recognition. You know, people spend their whole career trying to get a robot to do a scene recognition. It has a trouble with them. I was at Draco Lab, we spent years doing automatic target recognition. Neural nets and all that. Here was a test example, and we never were able to pass it. A toy elephant. Here's the thing. I give it to my 3-year-old son. He knows the difference between the front and the tail. I think a whole bunch of engineers spend a lot of time doing neural nets, but they have no idea where the front or back of the elephant is, and it never will. So frustrating. A 3-year-old can do it like that. You can't get a computer to do it. And so we don't allow the K9 to struggle with that. Just show us the scene, show us the image very quickly. We want to touch areas of interest. We might touch areas where we can see humans. We might touch areas where we want to stay away from. You know, there may be mountains there, there may be rivers there, but we can quickly do this. Next slide. Use intensity mapping, test threshold mapping, median filter for color reduction, and identification of features based on size and contrast with human intervention. And now the goal of the K9 is to talk to the teams, which are dispersed throughout the region, get them to the targets of interest, based on some metrics in class. One of the metrics is with minimum energy. So I defined a rigorous method on my own that's called the energy of the response. I can measure it in real time. Here's how it goes. It looks like LI is a straight line pamphlet for each team. N is the total number of teams. CI is an empirically developed correction factor. And initially we do a straight line pamphlet with target, and then we can modify that parameter based on deviation. But the point is that I have quantified a rigorous way of weighting energy of the response. It's in the K9's mind. It can weight the energy of the response. If it chooses a path, it can assign a certain energy of the response to it. That's the next metric that it has. These are tools that constrain its path plan. Next thing is time of the response. I want to minimize energy of the response. I want to minimize time of the response. Parameters of interest and time. The rate at which each team works. That's important. So here's some preliminary training and learning. The time that the average time the team may spend surveying a particular target. The total number of targets. Next. And then finally, we have something called the entropy of the response. It has the weighted path plan based on need-free methods. The entropy of the response is a measure of coverage. The more targets a team covers, the higher the entropy. So you may have 5 teams and you may have 10 targets. You got to assign a path to each one of those teams, and it's going to be weighted with these parameters. You might want for teams B and C to maximize entropy and minimize entropy for teams A and E. And so, but there are rigorous methods that can be calculated, that can be used to weight the path that you plan. So we run the simulation. We have 4 teams and 5 targets. Okay? The star is a target. So here's one. Targets of interest. I listed those. People, structures, wires, etc. These are teams. Team A, B, C, and D. I have my weighting metrics. So in this case, we're interested because the targets are concentrated around a specific team. And so I issue and generate a path based on a least energy response system, automatic compute it. And what you see here is that the K9 activates Team D and Team C to reach these, to visit these targets of interest. The point is that it's an onboard algorithm. All the calculations of path generations are done on board in real time, and it directs the first responders. It is the same situation, but this time we wait the least time to respond. We want the teams to get to targets of interest in the fastest time. The algorithm runs on board in real time and generates these paths for those teams. So the first was concentrated targets. These are widely scattered targets. This is an example of the path that's generated in the least energy response when targets are spread. All this is done on board in real time. And so I was just exploring whether it was even possible, and given all the things that I talked about that we were interested in, if it works. And so, I was asked by somebody, look, Jim, generating these paths takes forever. You don't have to do that all board. Well, we came up with a nice scheme where we use an alphanumeric code to describe all possible paths for all teams. Guess what? There's over 100,000 of them. But we have a way of doing it and computing it in real time, and that's in a technical paper that we just wrote. I don't have the time or the energy that I think it's 40 out with these slash changes. But everything's done on board, everything's done in real time. So that's the good news. The bad news is, it's a human-robot interaction. Who's to say that because the robot says take these paths, it will happen? And so the next thing that has to be done is trust. You're not going to follow a robot doing anything unless you build trust. And here's what I want you to help me with. I haven't been able to figure out how to quantify it. I haven't been able to figure out how to measure it in real time. I haven't been able to fold that into my path planning weighting factor. In other words, concentrated targets, least energy response, maximum trust response, separated objects, minimum trust response, maximum entropy response. Here's the path. What is trust? Quantifiably, I just was at Amherst Research Lab talking to neuroscientists and brain scientists. And if I said, well, what do you mean by trust? Oh, they're talking to me quiet about nothing I could use. I need equations. I'm a nerd. I need a state-space representation. I need rules. I need something to program. You see what I'm talking? Any ideas? How to quantify trust? I'm going to trust you to come up with some ideas. I'm going to tell you 2 things, and I'm going to wrap up. And I want to say this personally motivated. You deal with robots every single day. They run your life. Try to find a banker. You can't. You got to talk to a machine. And you know what I hate? The machines actually talk back to you now. I don't have time for that. Robots and autonomy through robots are proliferating the entire society. Dan and I are going to be checking out of here in a couple of years. Before you. Even before me. Almost even before you. Don't try to go. You're going to be left. So many robots everywhere. Next time you see the news, pay attention to this. National productivity increased this month by 30%. Unemployment increased this month by 10%. How can that happen? How can you be more productive than you laying people off? You're doing it because of robots. It's going to impact your whole life. When you log onto Google, you're dealing with a robot, and there's human-robot interaction. And I, in this point of my career, am deeply fascinated and hungry to understand that. Because when you log into Google, the robot is watching you. There's something called system identification, where you put an input into a system and watch it respond. Google is doing that to you the entire time you're on there. And after a month of you using Google, Google has a model for you. I don't know if space or not, but it has a model. And so when you log on, Google has your model, and what you find out is that, oh, my goodness, I'm in an area that I know nothing about. You're looking at things that you didn't know you were interested in. And in another month, Google has more information, has revised your model, and guess what you're doing? You're pulling out your credit card at these new locations, and you're buying stuff. Because your robot is feeding you. It has a model. It's improving the human-robot interaction. But in a manner way to its benefits. And so more and more and more, you will not be able to do anything without working with a robot. And more do I want to understand the nature of this interaction. This is my new area. I know nothing about it. I'm fascinated about it. Some of you are too. Those of you that didn't fall asleep on me are now fascinated by this and want to do your research in this. So here's what I did. I needed an environment, a laboratory, so that I could study human-robot interaction. Okay? I abandoned everything that I was actually facility to study human-robot interaction, which I know nothing about. And what I did was I built a test area of 42 feet by 42 feet by 16 feet. So I could put a robot in there with a human and study the interaction. I outlined the perimeter of that with 44 high-speed motion capture cameras, $20,000 a piece, 44 to cover the entire area. And in that, I could put trackballs on my robot and my human in the way that they did the movie Avatar. You remember they had little balls all over them, and then put an avatar on top of them. But I can cover my vehicles and my humans with trackballs, and as they move and interact, I can quantify that. Put a vehicle in the size of that, you actually get a state vector. An aircraft state vector. X, Y, Z, 50 rolling off. 6 degrees of freedom. And you get one for a human, too. So I can start to actually quantify and study this interaction. Guess what? There is no academic institution in the country that has that big of a volume, that many cameras, and that capability. I spent $1 million on this and made this premium motion capture studio. Research funding. And so the other thing I want to do is combine it with virtual reality, augmented reality. Did you know that when you put, anybody ever put on a VR headset? Don't be shy, raise your hand. Come on, millennial nerds, I know you all. There's a HoloLens, which I love. You put that thing on, and you can create virtual reality. I'm told that 90% of the onboard computation for the HoloLens is to track the position of your head. I'm told that if you step into my facility with these 50 robot cameras, you can offload all that tracking. And now you got another 90% of HoloLens to create dynamic scene environments. And so I want to create a Star Trek holodeck and put a robot and a human in there. And make them think that they're in a large-scale disaster scenario and start to do research. You like that? I want to do simulation. I want to do ground robot tracking and control, kinematics, human gait, human-robot interaction. And since it's the premium facility in the country, I want to offer it to you. Just like Winslow. I want you to think about this. I want you to call me up. I want you to come out, and I want you to spend time in it doing research. Because I know you now, I'm going to charge you for the first couple of times. Unless you go with Dan, then you get premium charge you. But this is the first time in public. I opened it 3 weeks ago. Next slide. It's called Star Lab, and we have a reception area and lobby because we want to do research and we want to serve customers. We want to serve the community at large. We have a 42-foot by 52-foot fiducial area and a cloud press with 44 to 50 cameras on board to do our tracking. We have technicians and all the software to aid you in your research. Next slide. We have a viewing area in the conference planning room. We've already had vehicles visit. This is something called Hercules, which is a 10-rotor, I don't know, what is it, Decacopter? Which is a 10-rotor vehicle. This is Trinity. Trinity's been with me for 12 years. It's a robotic bird. And so we've already started testing. You can't see this because it's too dark, but it's a picture of Trinity flying, and then there are track lights that are a little bit bright showing this path. This is an example of how things work there. I invite you to come and help me build this holodeck. You and your professor can come and this week, all right, to get started. Let's figure out how to make this happen. It is the premier facility in the country. Okay? And so at this point, I'm supposed to say thank you for your time, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So the Copper satellite is a precursor satellite to a future mission called Armada. We're going to have a large constellation of satellites that go to low Earth orbit and study the atmosphere. So before we put the spacecraft on the rocket, there's a block that goes into
opportunity. Quick correction, most of this is actually about the research leading up to that point. It's actually not going to be about the company. But you will quickly know why I call myself a pseudo data scientist. I was not trained in data science. My background is communication networks. It does apply probabilities, stochastic control. I worked many years on sequential decision theory, online learning theory, resource allocation. Most of them within the context of wireless networks in a very resource-constrained setting. So we look into incentive mechanisms between multiple computing users, very, very different from data science. As a matter of fact, most of what we did was writing proof of zeros. If you know that, you know there, the important thing is to make up right assumptions, good assumptions, so you can observe it. And most of the work didn't actually need data to back it up. We had to justify proof or the assumptions, of course. And so what's implied in this background is not only that I wasn't trained in data science, but I was not an expert in cybersecurity either. So how did I get into this? This is something that I ventured into about 4 years ago. And as you will see, up to this point, we've been using a fairly basic, I would say, first-year graduate student level machine learning tools, but I hope to show you what are the innovative aspects to this exercise. And this exercise has actually also opened up other research avenues for me, and that is in the space of policy design, which I actually have always been very, very interested in. So how did I get into data? Well, through collaborators. I was working with computer scientists who specialize in internet methods, and this is a very vibrant research community in computer science. But what they tend to do is, internet is huge. The focus oftentimes is how to get the data. And so the drive for getting the data often outpaces the thinking behind what we do with the data once we get it. And the analysis tends to be very elementary. And because I was doing a lot of modeling work, and by the way, I should have said at the outset, the reason I wanted to talk about this is, I think as a researcher, every time we get into a new area, what we have to go through is very, very similar to what a first-year graduate student is experiencing. You will see there are a lot of setbacks and frustration and desperation, and so hopefully the experience is helpful to at least some of you. So here are two examples of data sets they came to me with, and because of my background in modeling, they were hoping maybe we can do something slightly more sophisticated with the data. The first set of data is what's called reputation blackness, RDLs. You may not have heard of it, but you are all personally affected by it. Two ways. One is, occasionally you may have that experience, so when you try to send an email, you get an automatic bounce back message saying your message cannot be delivered because your IP address has been blacklisted. If you haven't had experience with it, I have. So what these lists are, so there are these organizations and research groups who are deploying monitors and sensors throughout the internet, trying to filter traffic. And by examining the traffic, they try to detect whether the traffic is malicious. For instance, whether the packet is part of a spam email, whether somebody is scanning illegally other IP addresses, whether an IP address is running a phishing site. And once you make these detections, it concludes a list of IP addresses from which this traffic is coming from. These are source IP addresses. So these are basically blacklisted IP addresses. They compose these daily lists, and these lists you can subscribe to. Some of them are open, and almost all your inboxes are filtered based on some type of access to these lists. Okay? This is in addition to the local version of spam detection control. Okay? So this is one type of data. What it has is just millions and millions of IP addresses that have seemed to engage in some type of malicious activity. The second type of example that they came to me with is service or network configuration issues. I'll give you a very good example. Your department, doesn't matter which department you're from, very likely somewhere in your department there's a printer that is visible halfway across the world by an attacker who can see it, meaning that he can pin it. The IP address is openly accessible. It's also quite likely that that printer has never been configured to have a new password, meaning the password is the default manufacturing password. So people with knowledge can log into that and do things with it. Now, as a printer, maybe the most you could do is just print out junk you may not like. configuration issues that various measurement techniques can try to detect. What you can use on this type of data is deviation from known best practices.
Probably one of the most referenced papers in the general public when it comes to MEMS and technology people mention this all the time. So he challenged his audience during that time to write something on a scale of 25 thousandths. So, can you shrink down typeset in the Encyclopedia Britannica by that amount and actually write something on a surface and be able to read it? And you have to be able to see it too, right? Otherwise, how do you know? Now, of course, it's gotten much smaller than that. This challenge was actually met in the 80s by a graduate student. So you can Google that and find it. That's probably one of the questions on the assignment. And then the other one was making a very small motor. I think it had to fit within a 1/64th of an inch per side cube. Now, the Foresight Nanotech Institute gives out Feynman prizes every year in nanotechnology. So nanotechnology is the application of nanoscience to technology, actually taking something to nanoscience. In 1968, this was a big deal. This was a resonant gate transistor developed by Harvey Nathanson and his group from Westinghouse. It was part of, I believe, an Air Force project. So this is a transistor, but the gate is actually floating. It's a cantilever. It floats above the source and drain. So as the gate gets closer to the source and drain, if you have a voltage on it, it'll turn on the transistor. As the gate gets further away, it'll turn it off. So by using a vibrational mode, the natural frequency of the cantilever, you can drive a signal through there. And it was made to filter certain types of high-frequency signals that the Air Force was interested in leveraging. It's a wonderful device, and it's quite simple. So once you understand how transistors work, and you learn a little bit about how cantilevers work, you can build one of these as well. Okay? So it's about a millimeter long, which is huge by today's standards. Now, most cantilevers are about 100 microns, which is a tenth of a millimeter. Okay, and it responded to a very narrow range of electrical input signals or frequencies, and that's what it was built for. So it was the first time someone demonstrated using surface micromachining methods to make a MEMS device, an actual mechanical device. They used the exact same processes that they used to make circuits, but now they made a moving part. So now you weren't just moving electrons, but you're also moving mechanical parts. So that's 1968. That wasn't too long ago. I was 6 years old. You guys probably weren't born yet, some of you. So, okay, Steve was 10 years old. I'm not going to ask Mario how old he was in 68. You're 18. All right. So you grew up in the best times, Sputnik and all that stuff. That's fun. Oh, my. That was... The NASA taking off, that was the best time. Anyway, I digress. Let's stick to the topic at hand. In 71, we invented the microprocessor. So Intel took a lot of the technologies from TI and from Fairchild and came up with a way of putting together integrated circuits to make a microprocessor, something that could think, right? Do logic. And they created the first calculator, or one of the first calculators. It's kind of a big calculator, but there was an Intel chip in that calculator on the right side. And it was the 4004 microprocessor, which was shown on the left side. And that started to pave the way for a personal computer. Okay. And Intel is still a big dog, right? So, having a little IP or intellectual property goes a long way. In the 60s and 70s, we started developing all kinds of processes, right? And we got some papers that are referenced there, electrically, chemically controlled thinning of silicon. So how do you etch silicon today? And isotropically. We talked about that in the crystallography unit, a little bit about anisotropic etching. We leveraged the crystallography of the silicon, noting that the 111 plane etches much, much slower than the 100 plane, so you can make different kinds of shapes. These guys worked on those basic processes back then and figured out some of the techniques we still use to this day. Now it's just a matter of refining it, making it cleaner, faster. But the basic chemistry was all figured out back then. Okay? Selective etching is real important, as well as bulk etching. So bulk etching, we kind of use that term lightly. Bulk etching means you remove a lot of material. So you're trying to drill a hole into the silicon, right? It's like taking a backhoe, moving a lot of material around. So we call that bulk etching. The idea there is imagine Mount Rushmore. You guys know what Mount Rushmore is? They started as a mountain. So the idea with bulk etching is similar to Mount Rushmore. You start with a mountain, you remove everything that doesn't look like a feather. Okay? Bulk etching like that. You start with a piece of silicon and you remove everything that doesn't look like an accelerometer. Okay, that's kind of the idea. It doesn't look like a channel for your microfluidics, or it doesn't look like a hole for the wafer so you can do to the wafer electrical material. So that's big. Bulk etching and bulk micromachining. Okay? That's the idea. You can make real thin diaphragm pressure sensors. Like we saw Nova sensors. They built the pressure sensors probably 20 years ago, maybe more than 30 years ago. It's considered one of the earliest commercial successes of Microsystems.